everyone, this is Ressa from Ressa's Corner. Thank you guys for watching. I have a new guest with me today, which is Kenneth. And Kenneth, tell the world about yourself.
Well, my name is Kenneth Appleton. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, 28 years old, born and raised. I have been living in Atlanta for the past 10 years, graduated Clark Atlanta, class 2013, and pretty much I'm just trying to out here make it. I'm trying to get into music and film, and right now I'm here to talk about my upcoming film.
Okay, all right, Kenneth. All right. So, what is your film Off the Hook about?
Yes, the film is called Off the Hook. Now the film is basically about these three teens. There's two brothers and their best friend. And pretty much it centers on the wild night they have on the town. Pretty much it's one of those cases where they get set up for something that they didn't do, and next thing you know they're on the run. And pretty much during that time while they're on the run, they kind of have a journey of self-discovery where they learn new things about themselves while at the same time trying to figure out how to survive the night.
Okay, all right. How did you come up with the concept of the film?
Now, the amazing thing about it is that this first started off as a stage play when I was in high school. Yeah, it was around the year 2008. I wrote this play called Night of Adventure. And at the time, it was just supposed to be like a fun play I was trying to send to the school in hopes to get it adapted to a stage play. And pretty much they liked the idea, but wasn't enough time for it at the time because, you know, there was a lot of politics, I'm gonna say. But overall, at the time, I just decided, you know, I kind of put it to the side for a little bit. And then I remember a couple years ago, around my graduation at college, I got a chance to meet Spike Lee for the second time. And when I met him for the second time, I had got a chance to speak to him because he was not only was my professor, well, Spike Lee's professor was also my professor back when I was in college. And I remember Spike Lee was talking about different ways he got to start, talking about how, but now he explains that things are differently now. You can just you can film on your iPhone. At one point, that's what I plan to do, to film with my iPhone, because you'd be amazed as to how amazing certain films come out just from an iPhone. And I remember hearing him say that, how I was going to start. That inspired me to come back to Night of Adventure, and I decided to rewrite it and make it into a screenplay. So when I was rewriting it and whatnot, I decided to change the name from Night of Adventure to Wild Night. And at the time that was just a working title, and I said to myself, Wild Night, that's, you know, it sounds cool, but I still feel like the title could be better. So as time goes on, you know, I'm just trying to develop a soundtrack as well. I'm thinking of old songs that I had written and whatnot, and trying to find other records and find other songwriters out there. I remember I stumbled upon a song I once recorded called Off the Hook. And I said to myself, that's it. That's the title. And this could probably be it could be the title, not only that, it could be also the perfect song for the soundtrack as well. I'm like, it really is Off the Hook. And it's one of those things kind of like divine intervention, because I recorded the song back in like 2010, 2011. So yeah, I feel like it's perfect. So Off the Hook, that's how the title came to be.
Dope. Okay. So how will your film help the community?
See, the thing about this film is that, and I think that what it sets it apart from most films is that there are a lot of great films out there, and they shine a light on different problems that are going on in the community. But I think the great thing about this film is that not only is it going to shine a light on the problems, it's also going to come up with different solutions. So I wrote it in a way where I believe could be great solutions to certain problems that are going on in the community. Now, I can't necessarily get into what I'm going to discuss and the solutions I have because I can't give too much away, but just know that that's what I'm really trying to do, is to not only raise awareness, but also to create solutions. And of course, when the movie comes out, you can be able to see it, and then you can be able to understand exactly my vision, what I'm trying to convey.
Okay. So what do you plan or hope to accomplish from this film?
Come up with solutions. And not only that, even though I'm trying to come up with solutions with different problems, I want to create something that, well, time tells classics, but I do hope something that can be really impactful and whatnot, that looking back years from now, is that we can honestly say, not just for just movie history in Hollywood, but just for black cinema in general, that can be something that we can look back and we can be proud of.
Right.
You know, I look at certain films that, even though can't believe it's about to be 2020. I can't believe it's been,
Yeah, time flies.
which means 2000 means it's been 20 years. But looking back, there are certain movies I remember growing up watching that I used to love, and looking back now, I feel like, honestly, it's been enough time. I think that they actually are classics. Like, ATL, I feel like that's up. I feel like that could go down. That's probably a classic nowadays. I mean, even though this is much older, but I think Cooley High, I feel like that's something in there for black cinema as well. The Wood, like there's the list goes on and on. And also one that came out just last year that I really loved was The Hate You Give. I thought that was a very powerful one.
It was really good.
Yeah, and I feel like that was very overlooked. But the thing about it is with this one is that it's coming of age, and I think everybody loves coming of age. It's a coming of age film, takes place in high school. That's something I can't give away. And that it's going to be more of like a comedy drama. Like it's going to have its dramatic moments, but overall it's going to be very comedic. You're going to laugh. You guys are going to crack up. And you also will, like I said, I'm trying to also come up with a soundtrack. I'm trying to find different artists out there. So I'm definitely going to be able to get people's names out there as well. So it's more to it than just having my vision come through. I'm also trying to be able to create opportunities for everybody. No different than what I think Spike Lee did, what Tyler Perry did, so what Tyler Perry continues to do. So that's pretty much where I'm going right now.
Okay. So when is your film coming out?
Only time will tell. But I will say this, I am holding... I'm going to be having a table read for next month in December. I plan on doing auditions, table reads, and my plan is to get started start of the year. Hopefully film at around between January to either March or April. Then I plan on going to LA because I have some connections over there, try to get some screens and see if I can get picked up at different festivals and whatnot. So I'm really just trying to do everything I can to get this going. And not only that, have the soundtrack ready as well, because when I have the soundtrack go over there as well, there's no telling who I can be able to meet. So that's pretty much where I'm going right now.
Okay. So do you think you will receive a lot of positive feedback from this film, and if so, why?
I believe so. I believe it's going to touch a lot of people's hearts. I believe it's going to speak to what's been going on right now. I mean, I'm not going to necessarily bring up some obvious things, but I'm also going to bring up certain things that people are familiar with, but sometimes are afraid to talk about. Because I feel like the great thing about this, and I feel like what we need with more films, period, because sometimes I feel like the reason why certain films are bad is because they lack relatability and they lack realism. And that's one thing I was doing, because when I rewrote it as a screenplay, I did about 4, 5, 6, 7 rewrites. And even when we actually start filming, I'm probably going to still change certain things up. Right. Because what I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure that certain key characters do have story arcs, and make sure that a character starts out one way and changes another way, because I feel like you're creating a real life when you do that. And not only that, you also look at backstories for certain characters to why they are the way they are. Because I feel like when you see the backstory for a certain character as to why they're acting the way they are, then you can be able to come up with solutions to, in other words, be able to solve the problem that what their character is going through, and if it speaks to what someone's going through right now, maybe we can help somebody else out. Because remember, you can't heal what you don't reveal.
Exactly, which is so true. So if somebody would like to get in touch with you for future projects, or either for community involvement because they love what you're doing, how would they be able to contact you?
Well, one thing I will say is that, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. official_LK513, that is for Instagram and that is for Twitter. And I just relaunched my Kickstarter campaign, and pretty much, they'll definitely send you the link when this is uploaded, and different other ways to get involved. Like I said, you can DM me via Instagram, via Twitter, and you can look me up on Facebook. I'm LILKEN.513. If you have some music you want to send me, or if you're an actor, if you want to send me a resume or like a reel, headshots as well, definitely just send that to me as well, because how much I might think I have it under control, no matter how much I can get completed, I often feel like I can always do better, and I can use all the help I can get.
Understandable. Yeah, we all need to help each other out and everything. Okay. Well, thank you, Kenneth. I do appreciate your time, and I just hope the best for your film. Hope it goes a long way, which I know it will. We both are in the industry, so I understand how it is. We go way back. Yeah. yeah.
One day we're gonna look at this, and when this film blows up, and when you start doing your acting and whatnot, and it blows up, we're gonna look back at this very moment and be able to say, "This is how it all started."
Right. Even though it started way further than this, but
Further,
you
true,
know,
but
a good starter and everything. But I know it's gonna do great. You guys, thank you for watching Ressa's Corner. And if you have any other questions, definitely hit up Kenneth, and please go out and support his film. See you next time.
Thank you.